This comes out of Prewitt, New Mexico.
I hire only the best attorneys, and we provide not only great
Oh,
legal
do
service,
ya?
but
Or
a
do
superb
ya?
guest. Turns out the suspect killed in an officer-involved shooting earlier this month was a suspect in an out-of-state homicide. State Police Officer Corey Newman was doing a welfare check on a man now identified as Oliver Ashley Toledo Saldivar. He was slumped over his car on I-40 near Prewitt, April 16th. Investigators say Saldivar got out of his vehicle, talked to the officer when he reached for an item in his jacket pocket. The officer drew his gun. The suspect charged and tackled him. Officer fired a shot, hitting him. The two continued to fight. That's when the suspect pulled out a gun. The officer wrestled it away. A good Samaritan helped get him into custody, but he did later die. Now, police now know he was a suspect in a homicide in North Carolina days earlier.
So, how come those welfare checks always turns out bad? Hey, sir, I'm just here to check out your welfare. What are you doing? Oh no! Pow, 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 pow. Sure appreciate you checking out my welfare. McKinley County, New Mexico. The New Mexico State Police responded to an officer-involved shooting April 16th near Prewitt. Prewitt, Prewitt, that left one person deceased. It left one person dead. Killed, right? Shot and killed. Maybe, the guy was wanted for an out-of-state homicide. The state police officer, Corey Newman, didn't know that. He was dispatched to Interstate 40. Apparently, the guy had been slumped over. They said that he was slumped over on his steering wheel. A 911 call came in. So this is April 16th. Yep. 2022, around 11:56 a.m. An unidentified male subject slumped over the steering wheel of a brown BMW. The location is close to Prewitt on the eastern part of the Navajo Nation. Newman made contact with the suspect, known as Oliver Saldivar, 26 of North Carolina. Unbeknownst to Newman, Saldivar was a suspect in the April 12th homicide that occurred in Durham, North Carolina. According to the police report, as Newman approached the BMW, Saldivar got out of the vehicle and locked the doors. Newman then asked Saldivar to stand on the passenger side of his marked state patrol vehicle while he got some information. Saldivar walked over to the officer's patrol unit and reached for a black object that was concealed in his jacket pocket. Newman immediately created some distance and drew his duty weapon. Saldivar charged. During the attack, Newman fired at least one shot, striking Saldivar after the gunshot was fired. Saldivar continued to fight Newman and tried to grab Newman's gun. As the two struggled, Saldivar bit the back of Newman's arm. At that point, Saldivar had managed to retrieve a gun from his jacket. He was holding the gun in his hand, attempted to chamber a round, but Newman managed to wrestle the suspect's gun away from him and threw it to the side. A passing semi-truck driver saw Saldivar fight with Newman and stopped to assist. The truck driver observed the suspect's gun on the ground, threw it further out of reach, helped Newman take Saldivar into custody. Wow. That's amazing. That semi-truck driver, that he saved the goddamn day. A good Samaritan saved the goddamn... That's Johnny Hurley right there. That's Johnny Hurley, a good Samaritan, regular civilian, helping out. Back in the Wild Wild West days, if there was a felon and you didn't goddamn stand up to that motherfucker, you were just as guilty as that bank robbing. There's only 10 of us here. There's only 10 of us in this town, and if that bank robber steals that bank's money, we're all out of fucking money. We're all fucked. We all gotta band together. You can't go around committing felonies. And if one of us, if somebody commits, just like NATO, just like the Three Musketeers, all for one, one for all. If somebody attacks one of us, they're attacking all of us. But if somebody attacks one of us and you just sit there and watch as they attack us and don't do shit, then you're going to be held responsible for, their goddamn behavior, you motherfucker. You got to do something. What the fuck? Shit's going down and you just standing around like a dumb fuck. Once the suspect was in custody, Newman called for an ambulance. Medical aid was rendered to Saldivar. He died of his injuries, pronounced deceased at the scene. By the office of the medical investigator, he suffered bite injuries to the back of his left arm. He's a 4-year veteran of the New Mexico State Police. So yeah, in I-40. So that's what happened there. He had killed. R.I.P. to Karla Yadia Noyola. Karla Noyola. She's got 4 kids. There's a GoFundMe account for her. So R.I.P. to Karla Noyola. And I guess, in some respects, R.I.P. to Oliver Saldivar too. But and good job on Corey Newman. Corey Newman stood up, and that's some fucking police work. These are police officers that are willing to, to protect and serve, to put themselves in dangerous situations so that way the rest of us are protected. That motherfucker should be sheriff or president.